Angles of Attack here with TappedOut.net.
Hey, we brewed up a couple of standard decks and play tested them. I built a Rakdos Aggro deck with some hasty creatures and some solid removal.
I built an Indomitable Creativity combo deck where I make a bunch of tokens and target them with the Indomitable Creativity to cheat out a Void Winnower.
So check out our deck list and some highlights from our game footage next. I brewed up a black-red deck with some aggressive early drop creatures and some mid-game hasters. I also threw in solid removal like Fatal Push and Unlicensed Disintegration, and just a few cards that work with energy, as well as some cards that come back later in games like Dread Wanderer, Scrap Heap Scourger, and Cut to Ribbons. I love playing fast aggressive decks and dropping big hasty creatures. My curve tops out at 5 with 4 Glory Bringers.
So the original idea for this deck was to try and cheat out some combo pieces using tokens, having the creativity only be able to hit a couple key creatures in some sort of combo. But Ricky actually suggested just trying to get out a Void Winnower on turn 4, and the more we thought about it, the more we kind of realized, hey, this shuts down a lot of major cards in the format: Aetherworks Marvel, Declaration in Stone, Cast Out. We couldn't think of too many ways to get it off the board once it was there, so it seemed like a good idea. The Planeswalkers were necessary in case we didn't cast a creativity, the Gideons to buff tokens, Nahiri just for value, and a Chandra for value, and a lot of removal spells to hold our opponents off. And the more we kind of looked at it, the more we thought, hey, we could probably win some actual games of Magic with this deck, and it looked like a lot of fun.
So game 1, I had a pretty good start. I started out with a 2-drop and then a 3-drop. I also had a couple unlicensed disintegrations in hand.
Yeah, it was tough for me. I was kind of on the back foot immediately. I had some token makers and creativity. I didn't have a whole lot of removal to kind of keep you off me, but I felt like maybe I might be able to get a Void Winnower out before I was dead.
Yeah, eventually played the Void Winnower, and I unlicensed disintegrated it, and basically won from there.
Yeah, it kind of really reaffirmed what I already thought, in that I needed to hit 2 Void Winnowers and be at a high enough life total to have a chance against you. I mean, you have so many hasty threats. Unlicensed Disintegration is the card obviously I had to be most worried about, because I think that's the only one in your deck that can actually kill the Void Winnower. So in the future, I realized I really needed to try to get 2 Void Winnowers out if I wanted to stand a chance. So game 2, I was on the play. I started out with a lot of token makers and some removal spells. I didn't have creativity or any planeswalkers, but I felt like maybe I could hold you off long enough to at least have a chance to draw one of them. It looks like you had a decent start.
Yeah, I had a pretty aggressive start. I had a 2-drop with a Glint Sleeve Siphoner, followed up by a Helion. Was able to get some damage in early.
Yeah, you had some energy too. You were able to possibly draw cards if you wanted, keep your Helion around. You had me on the back foot, kind of chumping with my tokens, which is not something I really want to be doing, and just kind of trying to stall until I could get a payoff card.
Yeah, then I played a Pia, and then I followed it up with a Chandra, and it really sealed the deal for me, helping me win the life total race.
Yeah, I was stuck attacking Chandra, and I wasn't able to go after your life total, and you were able to kind of slowly chip away. I felt though like it wasn't awful, because I did get to play a little bit of a normal game of Magic. If I had a Gideon that I could ultimate and turn my tokens into bigger threats, I actually stood a chance. So I guess that was reassuring to know that I can actually play the deck like a normal deck without the creativity. It just didn't happen that game, and I think that's fine.
So game 3, I kind of had an awkward hand. I had a Swamp and 2 Aether Hubs, and kind of got stuck on mana later in the game, but had a couple 2 and 3 drops that helped me stabilize in the beginning.
Yeah, I think it was fine. I mean, it's a hard hand to mulligan when you have a 2 and a 3 drop. I was pumped when I saw my hand. I had a lot of token makers, creativity. I knew that I could probably stall and just keep making tokens until turn 5 and cast creativity for 2, which I realized early on is what I really need to be doing to avoid just having one unlicensed disintegration kind of ruined my whole plan.
Yeah, and once I saw those winnowers, I kind of was screwed from then on. I even missed an energy drop for drawing an extra card. And
yeah, I don't know there was too much to really be drawn there, so I don't think it's the end of the world. You can see me here getting the 2 Void Winnowers, and from that point, unless you're killing me in the next few turns, it's pretty much lights out. And it's pretty much what happened. I think the next turn I swing for lethal, and that's it, right?
yeah, you kill my 1 odd casting cost creature, and then I'm dead.
So in the end, Ricky ended up winning 4 games, and I won 3 games.
Yeah, I think the decks were pretty evenly matched, and we had a lot of fun.
I definitely enjoyed playing them. I thought the matches were a lot of fun, and I hope you guys will like, share, and comment so we can continue to bring you more content.